So this is a rest area on Ohio Turnpike. So this is westbound. And on the other side there you can see tops of trucks' roofs. That's the eastbound. Bit of a snow on the ground, but nothing too serious. I got my Americano coffee. And this place is so huge, I had no issues parking. Guys are leaving. This is Sunday. Alright, my cap is still there, but I really want to replace it, right? And this thing was killing my, the paint. You see how the paint is weird looking on the back, because this thing was scratching my paint, and I redid the connectors, so now it's not touching. But now of course it's doing this over here. I really need one of those poles, the same one I have on the Jeep. I like those. Maybe install it on this, on that bar over there. So I was sitting for a couple of days in Baltimore, but they don't have many truck stops there, right? So that's, and you have to pay unless you buy something. Unless you buy something from the store, or unless you buy fuel. And so I was sitting for 2 days trying to find something. And the plan was to get to, hold on, let me double check my settings. Which one is, yeah, I need the smaller picture, wider angle. And so the plan was to get somehow to the west, either from Canada to Western US, or from Baltimore or Chicago to Western Canada, right? Because as guys that watch me for a long time know, I'm not allowed to move loads US to US, but I can do Canada to Canada, and I can do US to Canada and Canada to US. Yeah, I'm just setting up my tablet over here. Alright, we got. Did I activate my Bluetooth? Oh, see. No Bluetooth. That's not good. We need Bluetooth and location. And then you see this nice message, welcome back, and all that good stuff. So anyway, so we just go back on duty. And so yeah, so I was trying to find something, and of course, just as my luck would have it, like my famous 7 rules of heavy haul confirm each and every time. You're always in the wrong place. I saw loads out of Texas, I saw loads out of Nova Scotia, but the load from Texas actually was going right to Calgary. It was 116,000 pounds. It was a crane. I got really excited because it looked like, in the picture, it looked like a 2-axle crane, like chassis mounted, like a truck mounted crane. And I moved those, right? And I know a 2-axle will fit on my 26 foot well, but I emailed them, or actually called them, and they said, hey, and they said, the first thing they said, did you see the date? Shoot, I forgot. Sometimes, I get excited, I forget to look at the date when this is available. And I said, when is it available? And she says, the earliest is February 17th. And that's like 10 days, when we were talking, that was like 10 days from that date. And I said, yeah, that's not gonna work. And here, that's the second rule of my 7 rules of heavy haul. Actually, I don't think I mentioned this, but I might have forgotten this one, but it's always like this. If you see a load posted for a future date, it will always get postponed. That's a rule. It's unbreakable. There's no exception. So if a load is posted for, let's say, March 1st, it will never, ever, ever ship on March 1st. What it means is that they're not sure when it's shipping. Otherwise, they would put in, let's say today is what, February 8th? They would put February 8th, right? So you would think that it's a manufacturing process, right? So they're building something, you know, some kind of a machine, and they know it's going to be ready back, but it's never ready. So if it's in the future, don't bother, you know? All right, -1 Celsius. So 31, 32F, I think. See my satellite radio. My satellite radio is here. I love that stuff. I'm telling you guys, if you don't have this, get it. It's worth every penny. All kinds of music. I love that old radio theater. I'm listening to all kinds of thrillers, you know, from 40s and 50s. And like I always say, it's always nice, you know, when stuff works in the morning. So the trailer brakes work. And don't mind that, that's all my dirty clothes. I don't want to put them on the shelf, because it's really disgusting. You saw the jeans, what they look like. And I do have some you know, work pants. I have like a winter working clothes, but they're too warm, and it was, you know, that I would be too hot in them, you know.
Continue on I-80 West for 491 kilometers.
491 kilometers. That's beautiful. See, like no turns, nothing. So yeah, that's what's happening. Just driving over the weekend very slowly towards Chicago, enjoying the weather. Actually, yesterday was much nicer. So you see 90, 91, 92. So 92 kilometers an hour. The cruise is set. So, and now of course Google Maps now shows the speed, which it didn't used to do. And so now it's somewhere between 56 and 57 miles per hour. So in other news, I'm still trying to sell my old camera, so if somebody's interested, it's still available. You know, that Rebel or 250D will ship for free anywhere in US and Canada, and I got a bunch of lenses for it, because now I have this Canon EOS R, which can also shoot video. I'm not sure, I don't want to carry 2 cameras around, but this Rebel SL3 has the latest processor, so it's pretty good image quality, and it's especially great for videos, because it has a folding screen. Like, that's what I use it mainly for YouTube videos. And I got 10-18, 24-105, 24mm, and 40mm. So I can throw them in for some change extra. All right, this is my first stop. Still in Ohio. Just went inside got some great deal on tacos. Beef taco with what was it? They put some spicy sauce in the lettuce, you know, just beef, lettuce, hot shell, and no cheese. And it was like $1.35. And she says, "You want one or two?" I said two. And she says, $2.70 for 2 tacos. What? And then I went in. I said, "I want one more." So we are full on tacos, and we have 344 kilometers to go to Lake Station, Indiana. And my first stretch, I just drove, I don't know, well, almost 2 hours, but now I've been here more than 30 minutes, so it's time to move out. I'm gonna keep it like that because it's gonna open that screen. You know, it does this annoying thing where once you start moving, if you have your Google Maps open, then this thing will beat that and just pops up, and you have to kill it manually. And again, you see, it does that, so you have to click here and start Google Maps. But I love these, you know, it's very convenient, all these toll plazas. Wait a second, where's exit? Oh, this way. So they're so huge, and there's so much parking in here. You know, it's all free because you're already paying for the actual travel on the road, right? Does that sometimes because I put in I connected the cable to the USB, and I get that message for some reason after like 1 minute.
Continue on I-80 West for 341 kilometers.
It says cannot read the USB device, and all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to charge it because for some reason it doesn't want to charge using one of these. And I just bought a different one. I don't know what's going on. Well, about 20 minutes ago the weather deteriorated considerably. This is mile marker 46, westbound I-80, I-90 in Indiana. So according to my GPS, I'm 40 kilometers, 25 miles away from the exit for Lake Station. And I keep driving at the same speed, so 56, 57 miles per hour, and so far I didn't have any problems with the booster, because sometimes people say you gotta be careful on a slippery road, and it is slippery. The temperature dropped to 0 Celsius or 32 F, and I keep an eye on tires of vehicles that pass me. It's always a good idea to do that in bad weather. So if you see lots of water being spun by tires, then it's good. It means that there's no ice. But if you see vehicles pass you and there's no water flying from under tires, that's a reason for concern. And so far I see lots of water. Let's check this guy. Yeah, lots of water, but it's getting worse and worse, you know. And I'm glad that I'm only driving another 23 miles. Because yeah, this is not good. haven't seen any accidents, but that's when they start happening, you know, when the weather gets so bad. I saw one tractor trailer with a broken, like a drive end, broken in half. Truck was on one side. It was on this, I think it was somewhere in Ohio. But the weather was good. It's probably happened a couple of days ago, because they were cleaning up the mess. They were moving the cargo from the drive end, but it was split fully open. So I got my lights on, and I still have that. When I was empty, right, I reduced the load on the booster by shortening that right height valve, you know, that stick. I made it shorter, so there's very little weight now on the rear axle. But this is definitely getting harder and harder to drive, you know. And I have the windshield heater on. On the sign at the top says plows travel at 35 miles per hour, so be alert. So like all these guys, they're driving in the left lane 35 miles per hour, so you don't want to run into one of those at 56 or 57. So well, if the weather keeps doing this, I just might, look at this, I cannot see anything. I just might shut down at the rest area. There's one, because this is still a toll highway and they have a bunch of rest areas. I passed one about 20 minutes ago. So maybe I think there'll be another one actually right before the exit. But it doesn't do me any good. Like if there's something sooner, then I might stop, because yeah, this is getting, you know, uncomfortable. And it's 3:21 p.m. so it's still not dark. But check this out, right? So no matter what I do, like it's blocking my view. So I gotta stop soon and clean my windshield wipers. Well, this is 10 minutes later. No snow, just rain, or rather drizzle. And we're still at 0 Celsius, 32 F, and I'm about 9 miles from my exit. I dropped my speed a little bit by 1 kilometer an hour to 91. So now we're definitely at 56 or even 55. No, I think it's 56 miles per hour. I don't know if you can hear that noise, but there's a side wind, and so that it may not be even rain, it can be just water flying from that side of the freeway, because the wind goes this way. So the weather changes real fast. Just went through a last toll, and there was a sign saying last toll plaza in 2 miles, but I need this one. See, exit 21. It's the same exit as the plaza. it says last travel plaza. Alright, where's our exit? 2 kilometers. Yeah, that's the one. Des Moines 9480. Oh yeah, so that's the plaza. Check this out, $2.99 a gallon. In Ohio, I saw it was $2.87. And as I mentioned before, I filled up with, even though with some adventures, in Baltimore at $2.59. $2.59 a gallon. Okay, exit 21. That's what I need. Exit 21.
In 600 meters, take exit 21 for I-94, Indiana 51.
Yes, ma'am. I remember it's gonna be like, I don't drive here too often. Yeah, 80 west, 94, 51. Yeah, 51.
Take exit 21.
That's the highway that goes south and north, and that's the actual highway
For 800 meters.
that crosses 94. Oh, I can already see the TA sign from here. Alright, let's check our booster. Our booster is good. Yeah, that's that area over there. So we're gonna be going right somewhere here.
In 400 meters, keep right at the fork. Follow signs for Indiana 51 north.
Yeah, so if I go straight, that's 94 east. Okay, so basically backwards. Right, but if I go this way,
At the fork.
and there's 2 lanes here, so you can go 51 south,
Right.
which I don't need. I need this one. 51 north.
In 600 meters, merge onto Indiana 51 north of Ripley Street.
Yeah, and this you see, like it's pretty tricky, but you finally get to Flying J. Oh, Flying J, 289, cash, 295 credit. And if you're coming from 94, you get off here. You see, that's 94, and this is 80, and we kind of merge here.
Merge onto Indiana 51 north of Ripley Street, then turn right.
And then we got a stop sign here. Full stop. And I think I can kill my Google Maps. Come on. Like I mentioned, I like going into this Flying J because there's a Danish here and there's a lot of space. All right, now we're turning with the booster. Let's see, is it better, tighter? Wow, yeah, it turns much tighter than before. Now if we can only survive these 1 foot deep holes, the guy behind me is in real rush, probably trying to get to a washroom or something. Alright, let's see. I usually go somewhere in the middle there because yeah, it's a huge truck stop, right? Lots of parking here. Like lazy guys park in this row over here because it's closer to the truck stop building. The truck stop is full, but I feel confident we're gonna find something because nobody wants to park over here in the very back. Especially in this kind of weather. And this building, I wonder why they don't do anything. This used to be old fuel building. Like they had pumps in here on both sides, and when you pump you would go and pay. So this was like separate building from the actual truck stop, and then they removed all the pumps, but they left the building, just knocked up all doors and windows. Yeah, and this is just their shop. All right, where's my opening? Come on. Okay, I think I know where I'll go. Over there. There's trucks in the middle, so I don't have to block my booster. I don't have to back. Oh yeah, lots of room. Beautiful. We took 2 spots because that's the way we roll now. So that's it. That's it for today. Lights off. Status off duty. Save. And sign. And that's it. Now we can just kill Bluetooth, kill location, and just do this and this guy wants us to say how many spots are here. Tracker path. Okay, lots of spots. Done. That's it. Well, like I mentioned, so I'll just try to stay here a couple of hours in the morning, see what's happening on the load board. It's highly unlikely, but there is a slight chance something might pop up, so why not, right? So and plus there's going to be lots of traffic.